Right now it's only Emma and Sarah here. Billy said he will be on sometime. So for the meantime, let's just get started. So first of all, you're back at Tribal Council, Sonkei.
Don't even freaking talk to me about it.
So Emma, talk to me about it.
I'm freaking tired of it. And it's like not even like it's any fault of any of ours, you know? Like I think that we're all trying our hardest to do good. I think a lot of us have lives though, and so we can't learn Japanese for 7 hours. Or like play video games all day. Which I think is kind of screwing us over.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just getting frustrating, Like, it's not even like we can't win challenges because we still have only lost one tribe member, Like, we've been to tribal how many times and only one person has actually gone home. Mm-hmm. Like, it's not like we can't do good.
Yeah.
Billy, are you at work right now?
Yes, I am.
The dedication.
Yeah, that just proves some of us have lives, and that's why the challenges are getting harder.
Yeah, as the other Sonkei member who has been to every single tribal council, what's that like? What is that? You're on number 5 now. What's that feeling?
Asking me?
Yeah.
It's one thing to go to tribal every time. It's another thing to have votes against you every time you don't have immunity as well. So for me, especially, it is degrading. Because I usually have a lot of energy. I usually have a big ego coming into things, but now it's just getting old, and now it's just getting annoying as fuck. It was just like we all had the same mentality, and we all wanted to do well. It's just not happening.
Yeah. So, what about for you, Sarah? You're a newish face at this point on this tribe. So, as someone coming from the relatively successful Yujo onto this tribe, what sort of differences have you noticed that you think could lead to this?
Yujo, we're all pretty close in Yujo, so it's a little different here. There's a little bit less of that kind of like family feeling. I mean, there's no, it's not like we're all at each other or anything, but definitely different, especially me jumping in as someone who wasn't voted into this tribe like everyone else. I think, no one really knows me quite as well compared to the much smaller tribe that I was on.
Yeah, so this tribe, for the first time, lost someone, but before we move on from this whole losing challenge things, because I know it's kind of beating a dead horse at this point, but out of you three, I just want a show of hands. Who thinks Sonkei is just cursed? Like a cursed tribe at this point?
I mean, sure.
Okay, so we've got 2 yeses, 1 no. So Billy, as the 1 no, what do you think it'll take to prove, besides, what do you need to do to prove that Sonkei isn't cursed?
I mean, anyone who believes in curses are fucking stupid. I'm not going to lie. It's just down to us. It's down to us. It's down to how well...
As a witch, I take personal offense to that.
Yeah, it's just on the table there. And, I mean, we keep trying. It's not a curse. It's just us sucking. It's as simple as that. It's no easy way to put it.
So, going to tribal council over and over again, especially for you two, Billy and Emma, at what point does it sort of stop being about, all right, let's just try and keep the tribe strong and try and win the next immunity challenge? And at what point do you start saying, no, fuck that, I'm going to start, playing my game. I'm going to start, getting rid of people no matter how strong they are in challenges, just who's better for my game?
We've gotten to that point. We've definitely.
Yeah, I think that this is the tribal council where people are going to start playing for themselves.
Mm.
What about for you two, for Sarah and Chris? Chris, the question was: so we've been talking a lot about how Sonkei's gone to every single tribal council. So at this point, is it just like, all right, like we're playing this as an individual game now? Like screw Sonkei, screw the tribe. We're playing as people now, like individuals.
I feel like for me at this point, it's still kind of about, the tribe. Like, our main goal is not to go to tribal, so the better that we can get along and the better that we can do means that we don't have to go to tribal anyway. So I think having any kind of writs at this point is kind of unfortunate, but, that's the name of the game.
Even though I got the fastest time out of everyone here in the maze. But yeah, okay. I'm sorry, I'm really not going to act pissed off, but I cannot fucking help it when you feel... It's been a long time since I felt alone in a game, and I felt, like no one wants to work with me in a game. And that feeling is the worst in the freaking world. And I don't usually take games seriously, but it only makes me sad, because I feel like I could vibe with definitely a few people here. And now I'm just being slapped in the face for it. I definitely could be a bit more active, that's fair enough, but still, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have interrupted, but it just sucks.
I mean, Chris, did you have anything to add to Sarah's question?
I think it's still a tribal game. It's not individual. I mean, this game, it's long. I mean, someone comes back every round. There's a lot of people left, and I think it's a long-term game right now, not a short-term game.
All right, so Billy, you sort of interrupted. Do you have anything else you want to say? Like,
it's obvious. I'm being voted out tonight. There's nothing I can really do about it. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie and say that I have an idol, because I don't. I can't really do anything. Every fiber of me wants to fight, but like it feels degrading knowing that even if I did try and flip a vote, nothing could probably do that. Because I tried making a statement. I tried, trying to do something last tribal to save the only person that I knew in this game, and the only person I played with in this game. And he ended up going home, and he ended up losing the arena as well. So when you go into a tribe, go into challenge and going into a tribal, knowing that the odds are like 99% against you, even though how hard you try, you can't help but feel worthless. And I know it sounds like I'm victimizing myself, but like, bro, what can I do here?
all right, so for everyone else, so what sort of has made it so that, like Billy feels really on the outs? So,
Emma raised her hands.
Yeah,
right the fuck up.
Just speak, just go for it. Interrupt me. This is your tribal.
I think that what happened at last tribal, you freaking shot yourself in the foot, Billy. Nobody wants to play with someone who's that chaotic. Like there was a vote. We decided to vote, and you were not even like a name that was going to be voted on.
I got 2 votes. I absolutely was a fucking name. I got 2 votes.
But you weren't in danger of going home. You didn't come to me and ask.
But I got a friend.
Because I knew what the majority was voting, and you should have come to me and asked what was going on.
I had a friend who was in danger, and even if I flipped the vote to someone else, I don't think that you would have agreed to. I genuinely do not think that.
You cannot think that, but I thought that we were friends, and I don't like...
I didn't say anything negative. Emma,
I'm not saying that you were attacking me personally or anything, but I thought that we were going to be working together and making game moves together and doing stuff together.
And I still want to. Like, I still want to. I was just saying, and no offense to you, Sarah, because I'm looking at you now, and holy crap, you're beautiful. I should have talked to you earlier.
I was going to say, where's the
No offense to you, Sarah, but like I have had no sort of connection with you whatsoever, and haven't talked to you at all. And you think you can understand where I'm coming from when I say that I want to get rid of someone who hasn't really made anything happen in terms of what I've seen. So
So I feel like
Actually,
it's
no,
unfortunate
no,
that our
no.
tribe as a whole isn't really, like a family community. Still in that sense of, oh, we need to all work together to not go to tribal. But
So it's just,
what's
it
that?
pisses me off that like me trying to do something to save mine and a friend's game is shooting myself in the foot because I feel like I was doing the heroic thing there. Paul might me.
I don't think you were doing the heroic thing. I think that you were scared, and you tried to shake up a game that didn't need to be shaken up.
I wasn't about to vote off my best friend. I eventually did because I had no choice, but I didn't want to. Not my best friend, but like the closest friend I had.
Then you could have voted another name. There was 4 other people.
Just out myself and fucking. Oh, Billy, why'd you vote for someone else? It makes me look shady. It makes me look stupid.
I think that if you had voted someone else, and I had asked you why you voted someone else, and you said because I didn't want to vote for my friend, that's a move I respect.
Okay, then would you vote me the next tribal?
I can't say because you didn't do that.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I don't believe it. I do not believe it.
All right, so Chris and Sarah, you guys have been pretty quiet throughout all of this. What do you guys have to add to everything that's happening, everything that Billy and Emma have said with all this?
I guess at this point, I don't really have too much else to add.
I don't think Sarah needs to say anything. I think her very logic of voting there is very, very reasonable.
And what about for you, Chris, as someone who sort of seems to be outside of all of this, didn't try and flip a vote, didn't have a vote try and get flipped on them, just sort of was at tribal council last time and didn't flip the vote. So how does that, how do you fit into all this?
I feel for Billy. Like, I know Billy is a good dude. He's a chill guy, and I like him a lot. But last tribal was kind of set in stone. I made it clear where my vote was going, and that I wasn't ready to flip. It wasn't a good time to flip. I don't know. I feel for Billy, but at the end of the day, it's a tribe game, and there's how many tribe mates is in here? 7, 6.
There's 6 of you.
6. Tribe 6.
I mean, it's 5 other people besides myself, and I gotta look out for everybody. And I can't be making giant moves to help one person if it's gonna kind of fuck me over the next time, So I don't know. I'm focused on keeping the tribe strong. Right now, this is my tribe. This is my family. We gotta win challenges. We gotta avoid coming here. This is not where I want to be. I hate voting people. I hate voting Nick out. I hate what I'm doing tonight, and I don't want to do something else tomorrow. So.
All right. Well, this has been quite a tribal council. So unless somebody else has something to say before we get to the vote, we can get right to the votes.
I wish I had something to say, but I'm just ready to get to the arena, come back to the community, and see how this tribe shakes up. So send me there as quickly as possible, Gage, if that's okay.
All right. So with that being said, you guys know the drill. I'll count down from 10. Have until then to cast or switch your votes. Let's get to it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, I'll go get the votes.
Sounds crazy as hell, but I genuinely didn't mean any malice against your Personally, I mean.
I don't think that you meant malice, Billy, but I think if you come back from Arena, you have a lot to prove, and whether just what you did was so fucking chaotic and unnecessary.
I mean, I don't take any offense to it either. Like, I haven't talked to you one-on-one at all yet, so just the fact that we don't know each other, you know, that just is what it is. I get it.
Sometimes you just gotta. Sometimes I just gotta. I sort of went with my heart, I went with my gut. I tried to save a friend, it didn't work out. So I feel like I'd do the same thing again if I had the chance, whether it would work or not. And also, Chris, thank you for being the only one that's been sort of real with me during this time, because I do appreciate it, man.
All right. I have the votes. If anybody has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. All right, once the votes are read, the decision is final. Person voted out will be asked to leave the chat immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote, Billy. Second vote, Sarah. One vote Billy, one vote Sarah. Third vote, Billy. Fourth vote, Billy. And the fifth person voted out of Tumblr Survivor 2020, Billy. Billy, the tribe has spoken, and it is time for you to go.
I'm gonna come back from the arena, and when I come back, y'all better be ready, because I'm about to slay the motherfucking shit out of every single goddamn one of you. Can't vote me out when I have immunity. Let's go. Gage, thank you again.
Yeah, good luck. We wish you
Gage, thank you again. Let's go. And please win a challenge. If I come back, let's win a challenge next time.
We're gonna fucking win. I'm tired of being here.
Oh, yeah.
Alright. Wow. Gage, Gage, I swear to God. Wait, hold on. I've had votes against me every single tribe, but surely that's like some sort of record so far. Well, I hope it is anyway. Anyway, peace, losers.
All right. Well, despite a chaotic tribal council, you guys were unified in the vote. So, as Billy was saying, hopefully you can translate that to a challenge win. That's all I've got for you tonight. So, yeah, you can head on out. We have your
Night, guys.
We have your
Night,
arena
Monty.
volunteer. So,
2 weeks, Monty. 2 weeks.